Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Nitin Shaw. In this video, I am going to tell you about faults in a power system, symmetrical component of three-phase system, types of faults and its causes. But first, if you have not subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe and press the bell icon for further updates. Let's start.
First of all, we need to understand the fault in a power system. A fault in a power system is defined as the defect in the electrical circuit due to which the current is derived from intended path. The nature of a fault simply implies any abnormal condition which causes a reduction in the basic insulation strength between phases, conductor and earth. Actually, the reduction in insulation resistance strength is not considered as a fault until it creates some effect on the system. In electrical power system, the fault is any abnormal flow of electrical current. For example, a short circuit is a fault in which the current flow bypass the normal load. An open circuit fault occur if the circuit is interrupted by some failure. In three-phase system, the fault may involve one or more phases and ground or may occur between phases. In a ground fault or earth fault, the current flow into the earth. In a power system, the protective device detects the fault condition and operates the circuit breaker and other devices to limit the loss of a service due to failure. Now, let us understand about the symmetrical component of three-phase system. Symmetrical component consists of positive, negative and zero sequence quantities. Symmetrical components are used to calculate unbalanced condition on a three-phase system. Using only a single phase calculation, this generally simplifies the process of calculating fault quantities for a phase-to-phase, phase-to-ground and phase-to-phase-to ground fault on a power system. Positive phase sequence. It indicates three equal phasors which are 120 apart and has the same phase sequence as the original signal, which is R by B. But in negative phase sequence, the sequence is reversed, which is R B Y. So this is the basic difference of a negative and positive phase sequence component. Zero phase sequence components. It indicates three phasors of a equal magnitude with zero phase displacement, that is in a phase. There are two types of fault in a power system. First is symmetrical fault and second one is asymmetrical fault. Symmetrical fault. First of all, we need to understand what do you mean by symmetrical fault. Symmetrical or balanced fault affect each of the three phases equally. There are two types of symmetrical fault: triple L fault, which is line to line to line fault, and triple LG fault, which is three line plus ground fault. In transmission line fault, roughly 5% are symmetrical fault. This is the contrast of a asymmetrical fault, where the three phases are not affected equally. There are two types of symmetrical fault: triple L fault and triple LG fault. Triple L fault is more dangerous than the other fault because the larger fault current flows in this condition. In triple LG fault, all the three lines are short with ground. Later on, I will tell you the reasons. Let us understand with the help of circuit diagram and waveform. So, here you can see when triple LG fault occur, all the three lines are short with ground. And when triple L fault occur, all the three lines or phases are short with each other. Let us see the waveform. So here you can see When such a fault occurs, there is a voltage drop in all the three lines. These types of faults occur very rarely but are more severe as compared to the other faults. In such a fault, negative and zero sequence component current are absent. In a practice, most of the fault in a power system are unbalanced. Symmetrical fault can be viewed as somewhat of an absorption. Asymmetrical fault. Now let us understand what is asymmetrical fault. A asymmetrical fault or an unbalanced fault does not affect each of the three phases equally. Common types of asymmetrical faults are LL fault, LG fault, LLG fault, line to line fault or LL fault. A short circuit between lines caused by ionization of air or line come into the physical contact, for example due to breakdown insulation. Line to ground or LG fault. In short circuit between one line and ground, very oftenly caused by a physical contact. LLG fault occur when two lines are short with ground. Here you can see the voltage drop on the line which are shorted. Let us see the causes of a symmetrical and asymmetrical fault. Lightning, wind and ice, vandalism, contamination, equipment failure. I hope you like this video. Please like, subscribe and share. If you have any suggestion, please comment below and press the bell icon for further updates.